Hello everyone, my name is Tina. For a while now, my mother-in-law, Hannah, has been a real thorn in my side. It wasn't until I gave my husband, Eric, an ultimatum that her toxic presence was finally removed from our lives. I thought I'd share this story because I know you'd enjoy the karma. Eric and I met in college. We had the perfect whirlwind romance that's common in college. He was a senior, and I was a freshman. We got acquainted at a party, and the rest is history. I won't bore you with the details of my love life, but after dating for 4 years, we finally decided to get engaged. We waited a while before getting married, mostly because of Hannah. You see, Hannah and my dad went to college together. She was in love with him and wanted to date him, but Dad ended up falling for my mom and marrying her instead. When Hannah first saw me, she said, "Eric, how can you do this to me? You're dating this witch. You know her mom is a homewrecker." "Mom, what are you talking about? I don't understand. Tina is a great person. Why would you say things like this? Her mom destroyed my first love. I should have married Ruby's dad. Nana stole him from me. She's a cheap woman, and I'm sure Tina is no better. Don't talk about my mother like that. She's done nothing to you. My father only dated my mom and no one else. Yes, he would have dated me if your witch mother hadn't tricked him away. Your mother is a homewrecker." I was appalled by Hannah's words. Yes, my dad did know Hannah. But they never dated. They weren't even friends. My dad said they were batchmates and nothing more. He knew about Eric and Hannah before he passed away after I graduated. He also warned me that Hannah was a little crazy, but I didn't take his warning seriously. Now I could see that he didn't exaggerate. After hearing Hannah attack me and my mom, I decided to cut the visit short. I told Eric that I was leaving. He looked pissed but didn't follow me out. I went home and waited for Eric to return. When he finally came back, he said, "What the hell is wrong with you, Tina? Why did you leave so abruptly? That was extremely rude. You insulted my mom by leaving early." "Excuse me? Are you deaf, Eric? Did you not hear how your mom kept insulting me and my mom? You still expected me to stay there." My mom didn't lie about anything. She was just venting and taking out her frustrations. She's not wrong, though. Your mom did steal your dad from my mom. It's natural for her to feel sad. That was years ago, Eric. How can you say my mom stole my dad? My dad told me about Hannah. She wasn't even a friend. Your mother is hung up on the past for no reason. It doesn't matter. The thing is, my mom talked about your dad a lot. It breaks my heart to see her this sad. Now that I see my mother in distress, I don't want your mother around. I can't play in-laws with Nina knowing that she broke my mom's heart. You have to be kidding me. My mom is not responsible for destroying whatever made-up relationship Hannah had in her mind. We fought for days on this topic. Eric didn't even want my mom at our wedding. It was insane. He kept saying that my mom's presence would upset Hannah. In fact, he also said that Hannah was pressuring him not to marry me. I couldn't understand why Eric was taking his mom's side over this stupid issue. Hannah was acting like an unreasonable person, and I knew she needed professional help to get over my dad. Hannah was super manipulative and had a strong influence on Eric. Since she was a single mother, Eric tended to take her side over everyone else. Hannah never liked me. I tried my best to extend an olive branch every time I could. However, she rejected me every time and found ways to humiliate me and my family. At our rehearsal dinner, there was a huge fiasco between my mom and Hannah. So far, we have been able to keep Hannah and Nina from meeting, but the rehearsal was inevitable, and so was their meeting. Eric tried to stop my mom from attending. He said, "Why can't your mom skip the rehearsal, Tina? She doesn't need to be there anyway. You know my mom will be there. I don't think Nina should come." Why the hell would I ask my mom to skip the rehearsal? She has done nothing wrong. Hannah is the one who is still obsessed with the past. Look, I don't care if Nina is innocent. I just know that my mom has trouble being around her. It's my wedding, and I don't want my mom to be unhappy. She's the only one I have. This is also my wedding, Eric. Just because I have a sister doesn't mean my mother has become disposable. You know I am close to her. After even more arguing, I put my foot down. There was no way my mother was getting uninvited from the wedding or rehearsal. I had accommodated Hannah and her stupid demands for long enough. However, nothing prepared me for what happened during our rehearsal. Hannah straight up approached my mom and started yelling at her. "You are that witch who destroyed my life. How dare you mess up my life?" What are you talking about, Hannah? I didn't do anything to you. If this is about my husband, you two were not even in a relationship. I don't know why you're blaming me because he fell for me. He would have been mine if you hadn't interfered. I would have nabbed him. You are nothing but a homewrecker first. You took him away and then trapped him with a child. Now your witch daughter is trying to steal my son. Hannah, you are insane. I know you kept tabs on me and my husband. We never confronted you because we didn't want trouble. Hell, I didn't even stop my daughter when she told us about Eric. Eric and Tina are happy together, Hannah. Let's not ruin their day. Hannah wouldn't listen. She kept shouting at my mom and me, calling us all sorts of names. Some of them downright disgusting. I won't repeat them here. You can imagine. The guests were extremely uncomfortable, and most of them were appalled by Hannah's reaction, which only enraged her further. Eric, incredibly, still took his mother's side. After the party was over, we went home, and an argument ensued. Eric was furious at my mom for everything. Sue, this is why I didn't want Nina around. Look how she destroyed our wedding. How can you still blame my mom, Eric? This is ridiculous. Hannah made a huge scene today. She started it, and my mom was way too soft on her. Your mom shouldn't have come to the rehearsal. She has no regard for my mom's feelings. I no longer want her in my life. I don't want a relationship with her ever. Don't even talk to me about her, and I don't want her at my house frequently. Fine then, Eric. If you don't want a relationship with her, that's fine. But I'm not abandoning my mom for nothing. After our arguments, I had serious doubts about marrying him. Eric was a great boyfriend and fiancé, and between the two of us, happiness and love were abundant. This was the only problem plaguing us. I talked to my mom about my fears, and I wasn't sure about continuing with the wedding. Mom, I think I should postpone the wedding. Eric's behavior is giving me lots of doubts. He has been very unfair towards you, all because of his mom. Tina, Eric loves you a lot. I would never forgive myself if I were the reason for your breakup. If you love and care for him, and he does the same, these things won't come between you. But Mom, I can't have him insulting you every time. It breaks my heart to know he won't have a relationship with you. It's okay, Tina. It's natural for Eric to side with Hannah. She is his mom. As for me, I'm thinking about going back to my hometown in another country. I've been lonely without your father, and you're getting married now. I'll be away and won't be a problem for your relationship. It'll be the best solution for all of us. Yes, my mother decided to move to another country so I could be happy. I can't stop praising this woman. She's literally the best mom ever. I begged her to stay, but she said she needed to be with her extended family. Dad's passing had affected her a lot. In the end, I let her go because I didn't want her to feel lonely. Eric never found out about my mom leaving. He didn't know for another 3 years after our wedding. It wasn't until Hannah decided to try and nuke our marriage. Before Mom left, I started visiting her very often. She was around for 1 month after I got married, and I wanted to spend as much time with her as possible. I was pissed at Eric, so I never told him about Mom's decision to leave. Instead, I just told him I was visiting her. Eric wasn't happy with my frequent visits even though I did it when he wasn't home. Hannah also put ideas into his head that I was manipulating him. After my mom left, I continued visiting her place, mostly to take care of the house and the garden she had lovingly built. However, Hannah was convinced that I was conspiring with my mom against Eric and her, so she did something horrible. One day while I was out grocery shopping, Eric called me. He sounded very angry, which made me anxious. Why is your mother at our home for the 7th time this month? This is getting ridiculous, Tina. I told you I don't want that woman in my house. I overlooked the first few times because I didn't want to deprive you of your mother, but now this is becoming too much. What the hell are you talking about, Eric? My mom hasn't been coming over at all. I'm not even at the house right now. Are you out of your mind? Don't lie to me, Tina. I know she's been over recently. Mom has told me everything. She saw Nina's car in the driveway. You have to be kidding me, Eric. Your mom must have mixed things up. My mom is in a different country. She hasn't been here for over 3 years. She moved just after our wedding. That is impossible. I would have known if she had moved. Stop protecting your mother every time, Eric. I didn't tell you because you didn't want to hear about my mom. She moved because she didn't want to come between us. How can you accuse me or my mom of going behind your back? But Mom said she has been over. What is going on? I'm confused now. Even the neighbor said she saw a lady coming over. Why don't you come home so that we can see the CCTV footage? That will answer all our questions. If someone has been coming over, they are trespassing, and this is a serious problem. Eric quickly hung up the phone and agreed to come straight away. I too left my doctor's appointment and headed straight home. When we reached home, we saw that someone had indeed been in the house. That immediately gave me goosebumps. When we finally pulled up the CCTV footage, we were shocked. It turns out Hannah was the one trespassing into the house. We never even gave her a key, and we had no idea how she got access. Eric and I were furious. We immediately called Hannah and told her to come over. When she did, we confronted her. Why the hell have you been coming to our house when it is empty? Where did you even get a key? Mom, what is going on here? You said Nina has been coming over to meet with Tina. Yeah, of course, she is, Eric. Your wife has been going behind your back and meeting with that homewrecker. Mom, why the hell are you lying? We know it was you. Damn it. Why would you lie to us? I'm not lying to you, Eric. I saw her with my own eyes. Your witch of a wife is brainwashing you. Hannah, stop blaming me and Mom for everything. Mom hasn't even been in this country for 3 years. Besides, I guess you didn't know that we have CCTVs around our house. We saw you come in when we were gone. Hearing this, Hannah turned extremely pale. The color drained from her face. If I wasn't so concerned about our safety, I would have laughed at her expression, but I was too anxious to do that. Eric was also stunned and looked at Hannah in disbelief. Mom, tell me what I'm seeing here. How the hell did you even find a key? Well, I made one for you. Since your witch of a wife wouldn't give me a key, I had to do this. You can't blame me for this. Mom, you stole our keys to make a copy from them? Are you insane? It was both mine and Tina's decision not to give you a key. This is our house, and we deserve some privacy. You basically committed a felony, Mom. You say that to me? I am your mom, and I should have access to your house. First of all, Hannah, no. Just no. You don't deserve to breach our privacy. Secondly, why did you drag my mom into this? She is innocent. I'm sure you've been letting your mom come here. I wanted to warn my son. Sooner or later, it would have happened. Your mom stole my man, and now you're stealing my son. I can't let that happen. Mom, stop it. I've tried very hard to be on your side, but you have crossed the line. I don't think I can trust you after this, Eric said, his voice full of disappointment. This is all Tina's fault, Eric. You shouldn't have married her. She's taking you away from me. I had to do this to make you see some reason, Hannah retorted. By that time, I was done with Hannah. I had put up with her insults for far too long. She kept insulting me and my mom, but I never retaliated. I even limited contact with my mom to please Eric and Hannah. But now, I couldn't hold back any longer. I tore into Hannah and Eric. I have had enough of you insulting my mom, Hannah. I won't put up with this anymore. Eric, I know you love your mom, but she has crossed the line. If you continue to stay in contact with her, I will leave. There is no way I'm putting up with her behavior any longer. I am done. Tina, you don't have to leave. I have seen enough already. Mom, just leave and don't contact us again. I will be calling the police to report you for trespassing and making a key without our permission. I'm done with you. No, Eric, you can't do this to me. How can you take Tana's side after everything? She and her mom want to destroy me. Don't let them do this. That's it, Mom. Leave my house immediately. I don't want to see you again. Don't contact us. I'll put a restraining order against you. Hannah wouldn't listen. She kept throwing tantrums and even tried to attack me. That's when Eric called the police, and they arrested her. We submitted the CCTV footage and had the neighbor confirm that they saw Hannah entering our house. Hannah was taken away in cuffs. When the police finally left with her, Eric turned to me and said, Tina, I have absolutely no words to tell you how much I messed up. I'm so sorry. I never should have prioritized my mom over yours. I knew she was being unreasonable, but I wanted to support her. I had no idea she would do something like this. Eric, things can't go on like this anymore. My mom and I have suffered enough. It has to end somewhere. You let your mom attack me and my mom all the time, and we never protested. My mom even left the country to save me from having to choose. I know, Tina. I'm so sorry for everything. I will apologize to Nina as well. She didn't deserve this treatment. I take full responsibility for making things this way, and don't worry, I won't let Mom get away with this." True to his word, Eric called my mom and apologized. He was worried that she wouldn't speak to him, but she agreed to hear him out. Eric said, "I'm so sorry for treating you badly, Nina. I know you didn't deserve this. Today's events just opened my eyes to how horrible and manipulative my mom can be. It's okay, Eric. I don't blame you. It's natural for you to take your mom's side. I know you value your family a lot, which is why I never opposed Tana marriage to you. You have always been patient with me. You were also my family, and I failed to be there for you. Please forgive me. Will you come back? I promise it won't be a problem anymore." "No, Eric. I've gotten quite comfortable here. I don't want to come back. I'll visit, but I think I am happier here. Don't blame yourself for this. Just make sure you protect my daughter and take care of her. That's all I want." Eric was even more devastated by my mom's words. He finally understood how badly he had messed up. He also grew a newfound respect for my mom, which made me happy to see that things would finally change. As for Hannah, Eric and I refused to withdraw our case or even grant her bail. Some relatives did call us to take her side. However, they quickly changed their minds once we told them everything. Apparently, Hannah had cooked up a story that wasn't true at all, so they didn't know what had really happened. One aunt did bail her out but told her never to call her again. The police also told her to stay away from us. Hannah didn't listen to the police. She kept approaching us and even showed up at Eric's work and our house. When the harassment didn't stop, we filed restraining orders against her. That finally made her stop visiting. From what our extended family told us, Hannah had lost her job due to the police report. She was begging for money and showing up at everyone's house for help. No one was willing to help her unless she joined therapy. They even offered to pay for it, but Hannah refused their offer, so they shut the door in her face. Last I heard, she was struggling to find a job and was about to lose her house. Eric still finds it difficult to deal with the fiasco. He joined therapy, where he realized just how narcissistic Hannah was. Her manipulative ways had also affected him mentally, and he is still in recovery. He has made good progress and is slowly learning to identify the abusive behaviors of Hannah. So far, he has absolutely no intentions of ever seeing her again.